I take being late on bus like as anything else as lesson for next time, especially when I need to go with this exact time, with this exact bus very soon again. So at least I won't be late. At least I can predict now what time is needed, yeah. But it's not really because I already took this bus before, and yeah, anyway, it happened because it's not only on me, but you know, thems where you have 5 minutes and you need to be precisely somewhere, and you think always, yeah, I'm good, yeah, the time's good, still good, still, but you know, this time where these minutes, these 5 minutes, goes just so fast somehow. Also, it didn't help having before like a problematic phone where I sometimes look at the phone and it was lagging, so it had some time on it, but it was lagging, so somehow, yeah, the time looked okay, but then it skipped so fast and it skipped the time that for every second maybe should be there, and it skipped, and what I looked on before was the wrong timing. There should be 1 minute already up. Also, yeah, watch, get your watches set precisely on seconds. Sometimes this was the case also, as some of my watches, well, after time slowing down, so the short time was not so precise, and you need to readjust it sometimes from time to time so it's absolutely precise. But these 5 minutes, even if it's precise time, but it goes so fast sometimes when you need to be somewhere on time, you know them, yeah? Or just the whole morning, just the whole morning section. It's just so fast, and there's people, and it's me, who sometimes have always like, even at short time, even if I'm aware I should be rushing, but I always have this sometimes like this, like I have this time, still I have this time, I have so much time doing something else, and then rushing and always being late. I know who, I know there's others who have it worse than me, but even then, still I am always just rushing there. Not always. I'm trying to being aware of this and getting somewhere with a reservation. It was not the case of today. Yeah, it slipped out. Especially I had this bus before going, and yet it somehow these 5 minutes, the same 5 minutes, they can just change a thing very quickly. But I was there on time still. I was. And this is the another difference. This is another reason why this happened, because I'm used to Prague buses where there's another difference, and it's a key point. Because this bus just decided to leave even when they should be on the time. Still, it's on them, yeah, and they left 1 minute earlier, maybe just the moment where they should go, but they left early anyway, because here what they do. And of course, something else, how again always is this unlucky situation. How many times this happens? Yeah, it happens to me all the time, because before I arrived, okay, many times on these buses, on the same bus, what you should do, you should go with your reservation earlier. here. So you need to be there on the bus station very early, because this is what can happen. You never know when they have some time, but it's not connected how precisely they will arrive here. In Prague, they are more frequent, but somehow they are always on time. Not always, but they are very here. There's just one bus in an hour. Then everyone enters. So it just depends how many people are entering. It slows down the process. So obviously on the traffic, what happens there, but that's normal. In Prague, you have even bigger traffic. So what to talk about here? So you never know when they arrive early or late. If they arrive early, like today, they will leave also early. So if you're not there extra early, then too bad for you, they just left already. But how is this coincidence that I happen to get on buses now for some times here? Every time I get my reservation of time, at least some. So I arrive there, and I'm not used to this in Prague. You just arrive and you just hop on, or you're not waiting so much. Here you need to be there early, but you know them. You need to be there earlier on the bus station, but then you just stand there. Just stand there. Waiting on the bus, and then the bus is late. Then the bus is extra late. So you're not always standing there the whole time. You need to have this reservation of time, standing there, waiting on him to be on time or early, but then you're waiting on him being late. Every time this happened, I waited some extra time because they were always late. Or they're not late, but I always rush there, like, yeah, I should be there here early. And then what I see is this full aisle of people entering in. And it takes so long. It's so long, it can be 10 minutes, I don't know. Because everyone's entering the front and buying a ticket right from the driver. And this is another difference, and this is the key element of it. So, arriving there on time and then waiting 10 minutes before anyone enters this long idle. This always happened. I was there always on time. Today, I was not even late. I was on time. And I even rushed there. I was on time, exactly. And what I expected was he wouldn't even be there yet. Or if there would be this long idle again, so I would have time still waiting to get in line. Yeah. Of course, today, the first time being slightly later, yeah, there was no line whatsoever. He was there earlier instead. And not only this, but he even left. Yeah, and I think he slowed down somehow because he saw me, but left anyway. Even other people saw me, a friend, saw the situation, saw how I'm like, yeah, so I turned around and walked back. And then only looking at the time, on the timeage, only later on, and it was still the minute they should be standing on the bus station. And this is the key element where they can be late or early here, because what they do, yeah, that's long, and this is what I complain about. I'm not used to this in Prague. Waiting this line in the front, you only enter the bus in the front, and waiting a long line, just the full complete bus needs to enter and needs to conversate with the driver and buy tickets. It's a slow process. If there's a line, a big line, and then there should be, then it's even later than it should leave. Mostly. but depending, the bus just leaves once there's no one standing on the bus station. So if there's no one, like today the case, they just leave without even looking at the time, I guess. I don't know, and every driver is different. Yeah, they just make the situation comprehended by their mood or what they do. So if there's no one standing on the bus station, they just leave already. And since I was quite far away, I was not on the exact spot, there was no one, so they leave. And they don't wait anymore, because they waited a long time already in the line. Well, this is how I'm not used to it. So in Prague, they check their time. So even if nobody's on the bus station, they just stand there and wait until it's time to leave, not earlier. And contrary, there's actually no lines like this, waiting these lines, these 10-minute lines where you enter from the front. There's like one person sometimes, and they are tourists who buy tickets, and they don't even have to buy it from the driver, but from this. From this automat. It's like one person maybe, but instead, everyone enters from the back or whatever, from every entry. And the driver is not required to check if there are people on the bus station, because there actually are others who stand there, don't do anything, don't enter. And driver don't care, because these people wait on different bus arriving. So if you hop in from the back, and everyone enters immediately, everyone's immediately on board, no waiting line. But the bus waits just their time, and they are on time. If they are late, they rush a bit, but always on time, and then leaving exactly on time. They coordinate the time during the ride also. If they have time, they go slower. So I'm not used to this, as when there's no one on the bus station, they leave immediately here. Well, there, if you look at your time and you have still time, well, the bus is there. And on the contrary, there's not so much waiting lines, and somehow these buses in Prague are very frequent, and they are on time. Well, here there's one bus and you miss it and you can wait 1 hour later. Yeah, so this is not good. And there's another aspect I'm used to, where if I miss it in Prague, there's another bus 5 minutes max later. Always here, miss one bus, you're gone. And even if it's not exactly your destination, the other bus, what goes next, well, you can always just hop on and just coordinate your situation. You can walk a bit on the very ends. You just get there, oh wait, 10 minutes, and that's the max difference. Here is 1 hour prolong each. And that's only for the most biggest town.